Most people think developers make serious money because they pick the right builder or because the market goes up. That's wrong, and believing that is exactly why most beginners lose money. In this video, I'm going to show you the real levers that create serious profit in property development. The same ones experienced developers rely on every day, and how you can start applying them from the very first project. So, let's get into it. The truth is the money is made long before a builder swings a hammer. Most people lose money not because they're unlucky, but because they buy the wrong site and walk in with the wrong expectations. Once you buy the wrong site, everything that happens after that is just damage control. But when you understand how the game actually works, you put yourself in a position where the numbers and ultimately the profit become predictable. Not guaranteed, but predictable. The site you choose is the entire foundation of your project. If the site is wrong, or if it doesn't make sense financially, the deal is dead before you've even looked at a builder. Something first-time developers don't understand is that most of the best opportunities never even hit the open market. As you build relationships with local agents and you get a reputation for being someone who can transact cleanly, you'll start getting tipped into deals before they go public, and that's where the real margins live. But when you're starting out, you don't have those relationships yet. So your advantage is education and discipline. You need to understand what makes a site developable and what quietly kills a project before it even begins. Things like residential zoning, planning overlays, the slope of the land, the services running through the block, neighbourhood character rules, parking requirements, the shape of the block, and of course, the access. All these things influence whether a site works or becomes a money pit. A block can look perfect when you first see it, but the moment you start layering these factors in, the numbers can fall apart very quickly. Your profit begins with spotting sites that other people overlook and understanding exactly why they're viable when they might not look that way at first glance. Making serious money in property development doesn't come from hoping the market goes up. It comes from being deadly accurate with your numbers, your feasibility. And here's the uncomfortable truth most people don't realize. The margin for error in property development is tiny. You get a couple of percentage points wrong in the wrong direction and your entire profit can disappear. Experienced developers make money consistently because they know exactly what things cost and exactly how long things will take. They don't guess. They definitely don't talk themselves into a site because they want the deal to work. And before they commit to anything, they know the full cost of the project, every part of it with no guesses and no assumptions. Not just the purchase price, not just the build, they know the construction costs, the consultant fees, the contingency that they need, the bank interest, the holding costs, the cost to market and to sell, anything and everything. If you want to make money in development, accuracy is everything. It's not about being optimistic, it's about being precise. By the way, make sure you get inside the Little Fish Network. It's free. It's full of literally thousands of developers helping each other every single day. I've dropped a link below. Now let's talk about how much money you actually need to undertake a project and how it affects your profit. Simply put, the more capital you have to contribute, the less risk you carry and the more profit you can expect to make. And the smartest developers don't just use cash. They use the equity inside their home or investment properties, drawing on existing assets to fund the project's capital portion. When it comes to borrowing money, instead of guessing what's possible, you need to understand the two key concepts lenders look at. The first is loan to value ratio, or LVR. This is the percentage of the project that the bank or the lender is willing to fund. The lower your LVR, the stronger your position and the cheaper you can expect your interest to be. The second thing your bank or lender will look at is your gross realization value of your project, your GRV. This is the total value of your completed project. Banks, lenders essentially work backwards from the finished value to determine how much they're comfortable lending. If your numbers make sense and the site is viable, you will get funding. But you need to know what you can contribute up front and where your limit sits, where your borrowing capacity sits, because the biggest risk in these projects is running out of money before the build is complete. Nothing will sink you faster. Now, one of the biggest levers in property development game is your relationships, but it doesn't stop with agents. You also need trusted relationships with your builder, your surveyor, your town planner, your engineer, and your lender, the core people who help bring your project to life. When those relationships are strong, your confidence grows, your knowledge grows, and most importantly, your pricing improves. Service providers value continuity of work. When they know you're not a one-off client, but someone who will bring project after project, they sharpen their pencil. They prioritize your jobs and they look after you on timing and price. This isn't luck, it's earned and it compounds. And it's one of the big reasons experienced developers consistently make healthy margins. Something beginner developers never fully grasp or definitely underappreciate is that every single day in development has a dollar figure attached to it. Any delays, big or small, cost real money. Bank interests, holding costs, opportunity costs, and the flow-on effects when the trades get pushed out and the whole schedule gets disrupted. It all adds up. And yes, of course, some time frames are completely outside your control, like town planning, but the mistake people make is thinking that means they should just sit and wait. The reality is experienced developers never stop moving. While the application is sitting with council, they're preparing documentation, getting quotes, talking with builders, organising their consultants, following up with council. There is always something you can be working on and pushing forward with. Managing time is central to a successful project. If you can shorten your project timeline by weeks or even months, that's real money saved and real profit gained. And the thing that ties all of this together is having proper systems. Systems make money, that's a fact. It's your systems that will allow you to deliver successful projects consistently. For us here at Little Fish, we've broken the entire development process into 6 stages and documented every step or task inside each one. So at any given time, you know exactly what needs to be done, by who, and by when. This mitigates risk and it reduces mistakes and delays and ultimately increases the bottom line, your profit. When you deliver projects with bulletproof systems, the whole game changes. It becomes far more predictable. You're not being reactive, you're driving the project proactively from start to finish. This is why experienced developers make money consistently. They've built reliable systems. From your very first project, even before you begin, you need to do the same. Successful and profitable developments don't come from one big hack. They come from the way a project is handled day to day, all the small choices that quietly tip things in your favour. Starting with a better site sets the project up properly. Staying on top of timing stops small delays from turning into expensive ones. Keeping build costs sharp and the feasibility current gives you clarity instead of surprises. The finance side becomes cleaner when your lending position improves, and working with a builder who values continuity gives you leverage you wouldn't otherwise have. None of these things feel huge on their own, but together they compound, and that's where the serious money comes from. And once you've delivered a project successfully and you reinvest, things can scale faster than most beginners expect. If you're watching this thinking, this all makes sense, but where do I start? The truth is you start by learning the game as much as you can before you put your money on the line. You need to get comfortable with your numbers. Know how to run a feasibility, understand the planning process, how funding works, and what's actually involved in delivering a successful project from start to finish. Getting a solid foundation and understanding as much as you can will keep you safe and help you avoid the wrong type of project or site. And don't try to figure it out alone. The cost of guessing is massive. And the worst part is you only realize you've guessed wrong when it's too late. So step 1, if you haven't already, join our free property developer network, the Little Fish Network. There are thousands of like-minded developers in there helping each other win every day. Takes 2 minutes to join and it's free forever. And if you want even more support, I offer one-on-one mentoring where you can work directly with me. On top of that, our expert team here at Little Fish provides full end-to-end project management to run your entire development for you. And if you need help finding the site, we offer a standalone buyer's advocacy service also, which I think is one of our most valuable services we have to offer. You can book a call directly with me anytime. I've dropped a link below. And of course, if you got value from this video, give it a hype, a like, a subscribe, drop the questions in the comments. I reply to all the comments. And until the next one, see you at the top.